There we go. All right. Put some weight down on that side of the tripod real quick. So that is the first thing I want to see. It would be even nicer if you could see a little of that. Can you? Boom. So pocket, pins, I'm going to put in the office over here. I should not be using it as a desk. And next time I do this, I will have. All right. So draft in the future when I do this, you know, I like to have my chucks. So that is a dress rehearsal. I have my headphones, which I'm going to put right here in the mobile studio on the wagon. I do have some drumsticks. I'll explain these in a second, but I'm going to grab these for right now. And what I'm going to do is, for right now, just turn this on. Boom. I'm going to finally turn this off. But what this was the drum circle. And right now I'm on bass. I'll go into the details later. But that was giving y'all background sound until I got started for live. Whew, I need my duster. That's going to be great. I have a feather duster. Props, art department. Y'all hear me? Woo, Myshii, can you tell props and art department that we need the feather duster, the bourgeois feather duster for the drum kit? Right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is multi-part, multi-dimensional. This is, I really want to dust this off. Woo. Concept, rubbing the lamp, genie of the lamp. I wanted to go see Aladdin on Broadway a couple of years ago. And let's get into that. Art department, we want the Myshii. Can you tell art department to get the, what is it called? The book, the program from when I went to see Aladdin on Broadway at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood, California, few years ago. All right. Next up is Pogo Lab. I told you, been doing an experiment. But in addition to that experiment, what I think is beautiful is the technology that I have found to support my needs and how I'd like to not only apply that to my use in production and producing this project, but to also give it behind the scenes and to show you the value in these projects. And if you do see value in it, show you where you can get it. I have an Amazon storefront. And if anything is of value to you, click the link in my bio. Look for my storefront link. Go to it and order it for yourself. Here we go. So on my left foot, bass drum. We need to switch those. Reverse. Knowledge. How did I know that? I do have foundational knowledge with the real drum set. So, hi-hat, bass drum. hi-hat is the sliding. I was curious. So we have a telescopic. Oh my, yes, let's show you. So the convenience. What I'm trying to see is this going to be so telescopic stool. I have this like knee pad. It's sort of the same gym mat material, but it is for like construction, I think, or hardware, garage use, freight type stuff. So boom. Then this is a silicone roll up electronic drum kit that has a lot of cool features by a brand called Pogo Lab. Again, we're gonna dust this off. It has tons of dust on it, which I'm telling you is a story. The fact that it has dust on it, and I put this base here to give it some support because you can do it on the floor on the ground, but it's uncomfortable, and you got to factor in the foot pedals if you're going to use that. However, in future uses, bases, let's talk about it. The base can change, which could be a yoga mat, and you could be on the floor. And I would like to do an experiment to see how could I do that. So the idea is incorporating gym in the pocket on the go. Something like this would be a music rehearsal. Long story short, I went on some travels last winter, winter, and I actually did yoga in the airport for a layover. And that layover was, I mean, like a lot of hours. I can't even remember, y'all. I got to go back and probably look at a journal entry. But it was an overnight layover for sure. But even the next day, I was there all day, and I was like, yo, I could be making so much progress on so many things. I'm so stranded in here, and the food is expensive. The salad is $22. I just went crazy. So I was like, if I ever had to do that again, this is what that would look like. And I would take all of that out of where? The pocket. What pocket? This pocket. All right. All my pins just dropped, but that's good. We'll talk about it. We already started. Let's get into it. Snare, tom, 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 crash ride cymbals. This is sliding. So what I would like is some security. So I would probably put some adhesive Velcro there to secure that. But other than that, that is working out for me. The next step would be to plug that in wirelessly with this is the transmitter, so that would be transmitting the sound to the receiver, which is over there for a mixer that I will talk about. So boom. Next up, from drum, we also have what? Another silicone roll-up keyboard. I just pressed on. Has some AA batteries. Then you fucking want to go more and more and more. You know what I mean? So, it's on. Volume on. Oh, because I have this plugged in. I love him to death, but like his like I had that plugged in the headphone jack. Just kind of be aware of that. So that's a problem because that's supposed to play. So what I'm going to do now is try this experiment. I am going to turn on. Sound check. This is the kind of stuff I be talking about. All right. That is happening. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Myshii, this is the kind of stuff that. Okay. What I do have is auxiliary cord. So what I'm gonna see if I can do is project out from the auxiliary. You know what I mean? Obviously, keep your hopes up, but really, like. But if not, no worries. You know, just keep doing it, and whether it's him or someone else, or whether it's just you solo or it's like whatever. That hurts my heart. Yeah. So those speakers are on. Well, that's the idea. That will be the second time that. This is my second one. So this particular brand has the same thing too. But that's the concept, to have a roll-up band set up where you can rehearse on the go. Does he deep down like he obviously some sort of desire? So right now it's AA batteries in there. There is I don't know if it's in here. Yeah. Try your best to not let it feel like homework. It starts to feel like homework. Yeah, it is. So we can try it out. I don't know if that'll be a better connection, if it has anything to do with power. That plugs in. Is there any juice on this? There is. Yeah, so there is a point where it is going to feel like, in theory, it is work. You know what I mean? It's the power is on. That is just effective. It is no longer works. You know what I mean? So, which is fine. But that was the idea. Thank God for the Pogo Lab. We're going to try another brand for the roll-up silicone keyboard. That I'm taking out of the storefront, out of mine. You got to add the weight back to this tripod stand. So that was a good thing. However, this is still a good mention. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the speaker right here. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to move this foot pedal out the way. Just for the record, I would like to put some adhesive or stickies on that, on those, just for some better security. What you see right here, I'm going to put, I'm going to turn on. I'm going to press these buttons, which I should always make sure are charged up. Because this one, the light is not turned on, but for emphasis, since this one is on, I'm going to clip it right here onto my shoe. I'm gonna take this auxiliary cord out so you can hear. All right. All right. So if you have on shoes that do not complement this, what I did was I got these. They are arch support foot straps. So you can just wrap this. If you have some socks, you can usually clip these onto your socks. But if you don't, you can just do the whole arch support thing. And you can clip this one there if you're doing like what I was doing. So this is rock. So I'm gonna put me a little drum throne rug concept together real quick, a little pad for setup. And to be consistent, I am going to use the other foot strap. And I wish that this would turn on. But what you hear is a hi-hat, and it's Bluetooth connected to this Bluetooth speaker, which is an air drum set. So, that's Pogo Lab making noise. I'm gonna move Pogo Lab to the side. Oh, I said I was gonna clip this for consistency, which I should be charging. I could charge it right now. Where is that? This is a good time to do just that. Here we go. There's a little USB-C port right there. I just plugged it in. Yay! Light is on. I wondered if it'll turn on while it's charging. No, but it is charging, so I will be able to show you in a second. So what you will see is next up would be these. I showed you. So I used the wood ones on Pogo Lab. These right here, notice they are black with this light tip. RGB lights. Gonna let them calibrate. I'm gonna press these buttons. They just calibrated. The colors are changing. So we hear hi-hat. This should do something. Mm-hmm. So when those charge, it would be bass. Ooh, but what I could do is just use Pogo Lab, a blend. So I'm actually using two different systems to have consistent sound right now. That is a crazy experiment I did not intend on doing. How do I know where to go? So right now it's calibrating. It's honestly a little You can find it and stay in that, but what we are going to do right now is go into the what? The pocket. And what I'm going to take out of the pocket is something that I brought for you that goes with the air drum kit. That should be revealed in, like, right now. Like, come on. Oh, I set it to the side. We're going to open this up. Can you see? It gives you, it says drum simulated training. Myshii, put this right here. I'm so disappointed in this roll-up keyboard. How could you? How could you? How could you? How could you? You're not producing sound. So we're gonna put that on the list. We're not even on melody right now. We're in the pocket, we're in percussion section. And for set design, I'm gonna put you right back where you belong. Okay. Whew. We'll get into wireless another day. That's a totally different thing. But I like the air drum kit for just really basic, simple pockets because you have to deal with latency and that whole thing. And I think the Pogo Lab is better for a little bit more accuracy. I just need to make it more secure. This, which was charging, we're going to do that quick experiment to see if I could show you full concept with air drum situation. So that has charged for a quick little bit. I'm curious if it'll turn on for just a little bit. Yay, it will. I just turned it on. So can you see? So we're gonna let everything calibrate. I'm gonna press those to calibrate, and then these. Press these. So you're supposed to look at this and it give you the, but really you just sort of gotta find it for yourself. Let me see. I'm gonna just put it there for set design. Our department will spruce it up later, but Tom's is supposed to be over here. What in the world? Maybe I should switch. Maybe that was it. All right, press the button. You do not want to be dealing with all that for a show. I'm looking for snare. So here's snare. Snare. Hi-hat. Yeah, you too. Enjoy your show too. That's all air drum. Hey. So, I get the whole different one, but can I want to be able to both snare. So, like I said, You could do basic, simple pockets with the air drum. Just keep it simple. That's the way to not get disappointed in the product. But I thought it was genius. So what am I doing? What I feel right now is a workout in my core and upper body. Gym in the pocket, cardio. For my light days, when I work out and do my heavy workout at the gym, for my light days, I want to do this. And there are things that you can do to enhance this. Add progressive overload into boom. The next thing I want to show you, which is easier than going into keys, you're going to step into melody, is this right here. And I can turn the... It too is dead. Everything is like powered off, but again, so I can turn the camera around for this shot.